Yep. Hey, Victoria.
Yes, babe.
Today, by the way, everyone, we couldn't come to an agreement on this one.
What couldn't we come to an agreement about?
The title of the show.
You never asked.
Well,
So you couldn't inside your head. Are you a Gemini?
I'm not taking no blame for this.
Welcome, you guys.
I once knew two Gemini.
We've got another Feel a Real Fun for you on the 22nd of February. 22nd of February 2022. So it's
It's the 22nd of February, 2022.
It's 22222.
Today is the impossible show for you, Shazam.
That's amazing.
No, it really is. I was actually thinking about this
Twos.
morning. I had this amazing idea. It was like, let's do a sign show. It's got to be a sign because it's 02 of 2022. Two.
From 2020.
Yeah, from double T, yo, right? So it's like, and I thought, no, I actually got something on my mind I want to talk about today. We're going to call it the Impossible Show.
So we're actually not calling it this. We're calling it the Impossible Show.
Well, what's it say in the notes?
The official Imagine Her Happy method.
Yeah.
So that's the Impossible
That's what
Show.
I said, the Impossible Show.
Right.
All right, 2022.
Yeah, that's great. So it's 22
In
to
Qatar.
22, brought to you by 2020.
That's right. We got all these triple kids.
And they.
Triple. Well, we love the triple kids. Tell us where you know us from. All right, so do you know us from MM, Triple D? Y'all are saying hi, so
Yeah.
you just think we're great and fun.
Shazad.
Shazad.
Hey.
I love Shazad.
So go to freeneville.com.
221 email list pseudo random goodness. We will send you a confirmation email if you like. Fill in your details in the box and hit the button, and then you gotta.
Then you get the fun stuff.
And then you get the confirmation email. You gotta drag it to your inbox if you find it in spam or wherever.
Yeah.
You gotta click the button, right, Dr. Brian?
Yes,
Dr.
I know
Brian
you're from
understands
MMDDD
the
and a
secret alleyway.
Oh.
That's right. Me and Dr. Brian would go way back.
Yes.
Galaxy, Brian. Look at all these cool kids. Tony.
Join a 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. You know, manifestingmasterycourse.com. It's the 98-day adventure. Rob Begg says, tell them what they're missing out on. Ready?
No, he doesn't.
Life.
He says, what's it costing you not to do it? And I think it is so clever.
I think Rob Begg's clever.
Well, I think that statement is really clever.
So do I. So I think the statement's even more
So
clever
it's
than
not
Rob
like
Begg.
what are you not doing? Or I don't know what it was.
Anyway.
It's ace.
Doobie do, everyone.
Yes. So that's, cheap as cup of coffee, half a donut.
Yeah. Just do it, right? Like, seriously. Like,
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
all right.
Okay.
So today, this is the Impossible Show.
Okay.
Right? Come on, tell them what it's really called.
It's really called the official Imagine Her Happy.
Yeah,
Now,
it's the
some
Impossible
hers,
Show.
like, could be my mum, so then it would be impossible.
The sun will show up. Impossible.
But if it's me, I'm all, I don't see that as impossible.
Oh, no, you're easy.
Oh, I'm easy.
There we go.
Easy.
So I'm imagining her happy. All right. So we got some really cool quotes today because there's some shit that gets in the way of this. I mean, it's really simple. Like we keep saying, look, for all you people that say your special person doesn't exist, therefore you can have them get divorced, get married, and all that shit. For all you people that are struggling in business, I mean, this is a pivotal show to me. And, you'll get why as we continue. So, Victoria, what is the first Neville Goddard quote?
Oh, Kayla will let me find it. If you really believe.
If you really believe. We're starting there. Ready? Do you really believe? Have you bought the pearl? Are you buying it right now? Victoria?
If you really believe me. Oh, sorry. Start again. If you really believe me, you will not pass anyone without doing something to lift his burden.
All right.
That's a man. No.
Yeah, now we're going to get fun, right? Triple D and Nancy,
Yeah.
yo. Now, if you really believe, I mean, like, here's the thing. If you don't believe, right, you'll pass someone and you go, yep, old people, they need more money so they can be happy. Who can I vote for that will give them more money? Because I'm going to give them none, you know?
Oh.
Right. So I didn't say they need more of my money to be happy. They just need more monies, right? So I'll vote for the guy that gives the old people some monies. Right? Neville doesn't say that, right? You can always tell what people believe by what they say, what they do, right? Yeah, and there's the thing.
more
Triple
what
D,
they
yo.
do, I
It's all
reckon.
what they do, right? It's
Yeah.
like, you know what? Someone needs to do something, right? So in other words, you believe the solution is someone else's money. Radio. Neville says you will not pass another without what, Victoria?
Lifting his burden or something. Without doing
Mm.
something to lift his burden.
Yeah, lift his cross. Next.
Number 2, the gift returned.
Oh my God, I love this one. I love getting gifts back, you know what I mean?
So that which you feel and believe to be true of another is a gift you have given him. The gift that is not accepted returns to the giver.
Alrighty. Now get how cool this is, right? So in these first two, one of the things that Neville acknowledges is that there's, I'm not the only one in the universe, right? At the center of it all, there's only one I am imagining it. We're all part of the yellow hymn, yada, yada, yada. That doesn't mean that it's like you're all my fucking puppets, right?
Yeah.
What's Neville say here? If you honestly believe, you will not pass a seeming other. And he uses the word seeming, but he also continues on with it, as they are a real human as well, right? Here's the thing. If I honestly believe in this stuff, I'm not going to go, yep, she'll sort her shit out after she learns some karmic stuff and votes for the right people. Got to take herself an extra vitamin C today. Right?
Yeah.
No, I imagine her happy. I honestly believe I will not pass another without lifting them up. And it doesn't mean I'm looking for their faults. Like, oh, look at that young pretty girl. She got herself a zit.
Look at that cross she's got to bear. Oh, my God.
Yeah, look at the guy she's with. I'm going to imagine her with someone else.
Yeah.
Right? Ah.
Yeah.
Right? Make their load lighter. Okay? So, those first two quotes are the setups. Okay? Remember, if you honestly believe, you will not pass another without imagining lovingly for them. By the way, that includes you. Right? There's a whole bunch of different yous in you, in case you haven't noticed. Right? In her, there's garden girl, there's yogini, there's loving puppy mom, there's attempts to be loving family member. Right?
Yeah. Tends to be loving Arnie.
Yeah, and I imagine lovingly for each and one of those. And by the way, so does she. Because if she loses one of those states, she can imagine. See, I imagine lovingly for a happy, loving husband. Because sometimes he don't show up. It's like,
Where's he gone?
yeah, it's like, right. Yeah. It should be a yummy lunch, but there ain't no one here to eat it with her. Right?
Yeah.
So let's continue. We'll do a quick summary at the end, but I want you to get the momentum here. The first part, or the second part, was about the gift returned.
Returns to the giver.
By the way, you can return gifts, right?
And I love that what you believe to be true of another is a gift that you've given them. I love that.
Yep. By the way,
Yeah.
this doesn't mean. So I've got this.
I believe you're a
I've got
bastard.
I've got this.
So that's my gift to you.
I've got this Aunt Betty,
Oh, yes.
right?
Okay.
And I imagine lovingly for Aunt Betty.
Well,
right?
Aunt Betty, you used to have a Betty in the nursing home. So is this
No, this
the
is a
same
different.
person?
This is a different
It
Aunt
is,
Betty.
and it's real though.
This is a real person. You know this
Okay.
Aunt Betty very well.
All right.
So imagine lovingly for Aunt Betty, right? And there are times where Aunt Betty accepts the blessings, right? And then there are times where Aunt Betty, it's just like, radio, I ain't talking to you, right? Because she's not accepting the blessings, but I'm still happy. You got it? So here's the cool thing. You don't get to beat yourself up if Aunt Betty rejects the blessing. In other words, if you buy Aunt Betty the best socks ever, and she goes, don't like them, you take them back, I'll keep them.
Yeah.
Right?
They're the best socks ever.
Absolutely.
Got ya.
But that doesn't mean I also stop imagining for Aunt Betty, right? So it's like, yep, Aunt Betty is being, right?
Yeah, she needs some compression
Yeah,
socks.
yeah.
now.
So imagine some compression socks, pantyhose over her head. Anyway, right. Let us continue.
Okay, so quote number 3. Construct an event.
Now everyone knows this one, kind of.
Construct an event which you believe you will encounter following the fulfillment of your desire.
All right, so we got this guy. I call him Bobby. I don't know his real name, but Bobby walks the fence.
Oh,
And Bobby's...
No, Jimmy.
Or Jimmy, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Sorry.
Jimmy walks the fence, right? He's been walking the fence for longer than I've been here, right? And so Jimmy walks the fence, and Jimmy's really screwed up. I don't know what happened to Jimmy, but Jimmy's been screwed up for a long fucking time, right? And Jimmy walks, and his heels never hit the ground, and he's all twisted, and he's
mad,
and he's just barking and yelling all the time.
But he's lovely,
right? And so I imagine lovingly for Jimmy. Right. And it was probably like last year sometime in Triple D, I mentioned that I watched Jimmy walking, and now Jimmy's walking with his feet flat on the ground. Right. I watched Jimmy the other day walking. Jimmy has shoes on. Jimmy couldn't wear shoes before.
He never wore shoes.
Right.
He wore shorts, no top, in winter.
Yeah.
Barefoot. It was weird.
Yeah. Jimmy was so twisted up and like just everything. Getting him dressed would have been impossible. But now Jimmy actually wears clothes. Jimmy wears boots. Right. Jimmy actually walks flat foot. Right, he's not barking all the time, right? And I'm serious. Somebody's going to criticize me for this, but I just call it like it is, right?
It is how
right?
it is.
And Jimmy's more Jimmy now, right? And it's because like he'd walk past our fence every day, and I wouldn't go, that poor soul. Someone needs to put it out of its misery, right? Now I'd imagine, right, Jimmy, okay, right, just walking, right? Imagine Jimmy living life and so on. But Victoria, let us continue.
Well, that was number 3.
That
so
was
you're
number
happy
3.
with the construct an event?
So not really.
Fulfillment.
So what would I imagine, right? What would I imagine that has Jimmy, right, walking normal? What would I imagine, now here's the, we're going to get into this in just a moment. Victoria, go for it.
With number 4.
Yep, because we're going to work backwards.
And number 4, action of self-predominant, something which will have the action of self-predominant. An event which implies the fulfillment of your desire.
So I'd watch Jimmy walking, right? And I would experience the joy that I would feel. By the way, this is not Jimmy Gap who just joined us. So I would watch Jimmy walking,
yes,
right? And I would feel happy for him, right? Because when I'd watch Jimmy walk up there, I'd be like, fuck.
It was almost torture.
It was almost torture watching him walk, right?
Yeah.
So I changed me. Action of self-predominant. Okay, number 4. Number 3, what implies. Right? Going back up a little bit higher. What's the one right above that?
Construct the event. Oh, sorry, the gift returned.
Okay, guess what? I'm imagining lovely for Jimmy. Whether or not he accepts it or not, don't care. Right? He will, he won't. It'll bless me in my health. No matter what, because I'm imagining Jimmy healthy, less twisted up. Because here's what happens if you really, really want to get screwy. You look at someone old and you go, that poor old person. Look at them. They can't tell their TV remote control from their wallet. I hope I don't get like that. What if I start getting like that? I'm going forgetful. What happened for the last half hour? For the last half hour, you've been imagining confusing your wallet with your remote control, right? Then you find yourself losing both of them. Well, I'd hate to lose my wallet and or my remote control. Then I couldn't watch TV or go anywhere by anything. Yeah, you get it?
Yeah.
Whenever you start feeling bad for people, right? And again, I'm not saying don't have compassion, right? Jimmy Gap. Yeah, don't feel bad. Just treat them. Yeah, just heal them like Jesus. Thanks, buddy. That's the cool thing, right? Yeah. I don't go, if I go down the rabbit hole, it's like, you know what? I'll imagine, Jimmy must have been born all screwed up. Wonder what his parents did, so on and so forth. Boy, I tell you what, drug users shouldn't have kids. The next thing you know, I'm coming back in a life where I'm born to people and I'm fucked up, right? Yeah, lift them up. Don't feel bad for people. Lift them up. If I notice loving husband's having a bad day, I lift him up. If I notice that garden girl's having a bad day, I lift her up. Why not? Right? And how do I do that? Again, that last point number 4, action of self-predominant. Ready? It's all about me.
Yeah.
It's all me pushed out. I rejoice in feeling Jimmy's walking normal. Because I can't imagine walking for years without my heels hitting the floor. Right? I don't want to. Right? But I imagine Jimmy walking normal, having that. How would I feel watching him enjoy walking. Because if I had to walk like he did, I'd be barking at people too. Yeah, there's the thing. So I don't feel bad for him. I celebrate his change. If Victoria, I notice she's in the garden and she's done her head in, because she can do that, right? Like, here's 6 plants in a pot. Here's 1 hole. Which plant, which hole? Yeah.
Just put them all in.
So
1 hole.
so how would I feel if she was out there going score, right? I experienced that. What would I see? How would I feel? What would I say? See, by the way, you ever married to someone who's in a bad mood, right? Right? Yeah, we've all done this. Like, yeah, we all have. And you go, hey, how's it going? Right?
Yeah, tenterhooks.
Yeah, it's like,
yuck.
All right, hey, I'm gonna go outside for a while.
Tiptoe
Right?
around you.
Exactly. Versus like, right, if I've moved, it's like, yo, baby, yo, baby, yo, baby, yo. And yeah. Right? Yeah, you get it? Lift them up. So let's do the quick recap, Victoria. Take her right from the top, unless there's
From
something
the
you want
top
to add in.
down?
Yep.
Okay, so
If you really
number
believe,
one, you'll not pass another without doing something to lift his burden.
All right, by the way, don't make this like a bad revision, right? If I look out and she's doing great in the garden, I imagine her doing double great. And then she comes in, yucka, 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 with all this good news. I'm going, will you leave me alone, woman? I'm trying to teach.
Yeah.
Right? If she's doing great, I imagine her double great. Right? Boom. What's the next bit?
Number 2, the gift returned, that which you feel and believe to be true of another, is a gift you have given him. The gift that is not accepted returns, to the giver.
What gifts do you want returned to you? There's a question worth asking. Right? When I work with someone on a business consult, whenever someone says, what do you think of my website? And I say, look, what's the purpose of it? Right? Because I'm imagining you making money. I don't get you're imagining you making money. Right? So, but when I start imagining lovingly for someone, right, it always comes back to what do I want returned to me? Because if they want to reject it, I'll take it. Right? In other words, I usually don't imagine up salad for other people. I imagine up meat. Why? Because I like a meat. Right?
Yeah.
Next, Victoria.
Construct an event which you believe you will encounter following the fulfillment of your desire.
But let's describe what is an event. An event is not a 4-hour fucking long movie. An event is what? A slice in time. Right? A boom in the room. Right? It's not about the construction of the house. It's about the boom in the room. Right? Construct an event. And what would that event be, Victoria? Would it be a parade for Jimmy? Or
No, I don't think.
a parade of Jimmys?
Oh, with the shoes on his ace. He would never have worn shoes.
No. But what is
Yes.
that fourth part, Victoria? Because that...
Action of self-predominant, so something which will have the action of self-predominant. An event which implies the fulfillment of your desire.
When I saw Jimmy walking the other day, it was like, that looks like Jimmy. But it don't move like Jimmy. There was the cool moment, right? This is the stuff that I imagine sharing with you guys, stuff like this. How do I feel knowing that the Imaginelet gave to him and now it gets to give to you? This is what's fun, right? So, the Imagine Her Happy method.
The impossible method.
The impossible method. By the way, if you're thinking it's impossible, I can't imagine them happy. Right? You're giving them a role to play. Don't do that. Right? I get and I brought it back to Aunt Betty. Right? Because I can imagine Aunt Betty happy, and she will call, and there'll be a moment, a glimmer of hope here and there. There'll be some happiness that shows up, and she can give it back at any time. Right? But that's the good thing. I get to give it back to her. Right? You can keep having fun with this. Don't make it a struggle. Right? Just let it be fun. Right? Because there will be days where you stub your toe. There'll be days where they stub their toe. And you don't get to go, oh, this is terrible. But it don't work. You get to go, right, I get to imagine lovingly again. And they can reject it. Score. Or they can accept it. Double score. All right.
Excellent.
Deborah's here, so I'm done.
Hello, Deborah.
Hey, Deborah.
So, don't make it a struggle. Tell us, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
By the way, I saw some really big comments that looked juicy, but I missed them, so we'll be checking back in. And so on. So, yeah, sorry if we missed your comment today. Victoria, what exactly, precisely?
Precisely.
Ugh.
It's not strawberry bit. I think it was something that I said that.
About one of the things.
About the what you give, what you believe to be true of another, is a gift you are giving them. So, yeah, that's my strawberry bit for this show. What's your strawberry bit? And Jimmy, of course.
And Jimmy. Yeah, it really is that whole thing of like the real world examples, because like Shazad was literally typing the same thing. Coolio. Yeah, so but my whole thing, what it really comes down to is I have this duty as someone who gets this so deeply to imagine lovingly for other people who suck.
Oh, right? Suffer and suck.
But on the more quote-unquote serious side, you can really let it be fun. You can really let it be lovely. I mean, like years ago, I got Jimmy like taking a walk. Why? Because probably everything else really blowed, right? But it's like, all right, you can take whatever there is and you can tune it up. Just for fun. Like I notice, like I'll see like, and like literally, this is my dad. Oh, cool. Nancy wrote a post. And Nancy shared a success story. And I get to go, right, cool. Let's imagine up some more for her, right? Let's imagine her flooding the fucking group. Why? Because it's fun, right? Faith's here. Hey, Faith. Oh, yeah, she shared a really yummy one with me. Can I share it? Sure. Cool. Right. So imagine more for her.
Nice.
Right. And that's the fun thing, because, if you're sharing your wins, by the way, and if you're reading other people's wins, imagine them having more wins. On the other hand, if you could always curse yourself and go, why do they got wins and I don't? They must be different. Right? If they only knew how hard it was for me, why does my life keep getting harder? Right? Reject all that stuff. Lisa, boom, little rock. Nancy is sore from snowboarding.
Oh.
I betcha, man.
Yeah. Whoops. Okay.
All right.
So they were our hashtag strawberry bits. Well, you type in yours.
Oh, look at Ashley. She does things within the trees and flowers.
Oh, look at all the pretty flowers.
Mikey, boom.
Cool. Meanwhile, go to freeneville.com.
221 email list pseudo.
Random goodness.
That's right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Manifestingmasterycourse.com. By the way, we're opening up the door for Triple D. I know I kept saying like it's coming this week. It's coming, right? I'm just a few days behind. But doors are opening. If you went in now, let me know. If you want to wait and take your chances, that's all right. But
Cool. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. Tony Doyle says 62 degrees Fahrenheit here today. If it was 62 in Australia,
how hot or cold is that? That's cold, I guess.
Well, 62 in America is no snow but not much sun. 62 in Australia is.
I never want to experience it in my life.
Yeah, is poof, right? You're dust.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because that would be Celsius here.
Shazad, it's good to catch you live too.
And you, Shazad,
cool.
Good on you. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny because I do miss the folks. Like, how like we literally have half a year where we're in one time zone and half a year where we're in another time zone. And like people come and go, right? Yeah, and there's that little mix up window. But it's cool, like when you guys get to plop in that we don't see you for a while. It's like, we do get to love you. It's just nice. So, Coolio. Bruce Roop, 65 in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, Bruce. Oh, yes. So it's cooling down.
Bop.
Yeah, I was only saying yesterday, it's feeling like autumn's almost coming here.
Well, the days are getting shorter.
Yeah.
Victoria's snoring later.
Yeah. So, have a great day, night. So I don't think we're having a show tomorrow. Is that what you said?
I know we're going to do a late show tomorrow. So we're doing a show later
late
tomorrow.
Show tomorrow, no show Thursday. Is that how it goes?
Our Thursday, their Wednesday.
Thursday. Okay, late show tomorrow.
Yes.
See you if you catch it.
Yeah,
okay.
So tomorrow will be an hour later. Like right now, I'll be saying, Victoria, it's 32 minutes to the show.
Yeah, you will.
I
You'll
will.
be saying that from your chair.
Absolutely.
As you type up the notes.
That's right. Cool. Love you guys. Have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Go imagine lovingly for others. And remember, this is the official Imagine Her Happy method.
Impossible show.
It's the impossible show. Love you. See ya.
See you.